Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back. Today is another buying video. It's sort of yarn related, sort of not yarn related, but it's more getting this background fixed related. I have finally received a package that we've been waiting for a couple of weeks now. And I'm going to open it in a moment and I'm going to set to work. So let's see what I'm talking about. Come on. So before we start today, I'd just like to say I am wearing my short version of the Not Again Granny Poncho. The pattern for this is available over on Ravelry. There is a big fat reason why. It's because I've got a naughty t-shirt on underneath, which is not suitable for YouTube. If you want to know more, ask in the comments. I can get away with saying it, but I can't get away with showing it. Right. Time for the package. It's, hold on, yeah, this big. So, quite big. Have you worked out what it is yet? Okay, so this was ordered off of Amazon. I will, if I can, pop a link in the description box down below for you, for anybody that is interested. It's nice and big. Packaging's really lovely. It's one sheet of corrugated cardboard and they've just folded it over the item. That's going to make it easier for recycling. Okay, that's really cool too. You still don't know what it... Oh, you saw it! Oh well, I was trying to be all sneaky there. Right, smooth that. It is a pegboard so that I can peg up my hand-dyed yarn. So I'm going to be sitting and I'm going to be placing this behind me against that white wall there, and then I'm going to have it all pegged out nicely. So it's time for me to get to work. Oh, actually, I better do a bit of a report on it, shouldn't I? Okay, so the holes on this are all spaced out lovely. It's fitting exactly what the listing said. Okay, I do have a little bit of a bow in one corner here, possible water damage, but the front of it is lovely and soft. There's no, let me check, yeah, nowhere where the yarn can catch on, which is really good. The spaces between the holes, in theory, should fit these. There we go. These little hooky things. Keep everything crossed for me. Now let's see if I got the math right on the hole. Oh. Okay, so there. My maths is off. You finish the word for me, thank you very much. Right, okay, I did attempt off camera to put one of these in. It's only out by a couple of millimeters, but that makes a big fat difference, to the point it puts too much stress on the wood panel, which means it will end up splitting the hole. Back to the drawing board. At least I've got the board. I've just got to find the right clippy things. Yay me. Right, so my corkboard display is turning into one heck of a saga. This is episode number 2 of it, I suppose. Right, so the first part was the metal hooks, they didn't fit, they split the wood. So I informed my husband that evening when he got home from work. And he said, don't panic, we'll box it up, send it back, get your cash back. I'm like, sweet. So we did that. Well, I'd run to the toilet as he'd decided to say to me, what size do you need? So I shouted through the toilet door, I can't measure, I'm having a tinkle. It'll be on the listing, babe. So he looks on the listing and the listing said that the holes were 6mm. So he decided to order some dowling rods for me, save me having to go out and shop for them myself, because he knows how annoying that can be for me. Right? And I was like, I can't remember how to get to Beanclew. I have no clue how to get to Beanclew. So he ordered me a nice jumbo pack of 6mm 20cm long dowling rods. Okay, now I was like, brilliant, I can set to work, I can do it. So here's the second problem. I don't stay in. I have to push it all the way to the wall and then it drops. Now my board is actually set at an angle at the moment. If this was angled straight, it would just fall straight out. So I walked back to hubby and went, they're too thin. And he's like, you are joking. So he comes in and he has a go and he's like, no amount of super glue is going to hold that in, is it, girl? I'm like, no. So he was like, okay, so what size is this hole meant to be? I said, well, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my old style crochet hooks because I can measure them. So it's 6.5. It's there, but there's still quite a bit of wobble. Okay, it could hold it, I think, possibly if I'm lucky. So 6.5's out. 7 don't go in. So it's a 6.75 hole. How awkward. So what he's tempted to now do is get a 7mm, and I'm just going to have to sit there with some sandpaper and work them down so that they can get in and through the hole. Well, I was going to probably be cutting some of these in half anyway, so I would have had to have sanded them, wouldn't I? So I'll wait for bit number 3. It will be up in a moment. So I am now going to basically be showing you my back for quite a while I sort out my background. And it will also be on fast forward. So what might take me 3 hours is only going to show for what, 15 seconds? No, it'll probably be a bit longer than that. But enjoy the music, enjoy looking down every now and then whilst you crochet your latest cool project. think I'm gonna run out of room. Okay, so there is the rainbows from Fun Day Die Day video 2 of the new set. I will link, of course, the playlist at the top and down the bottom. I'm starting to get close, but I'm also starting to run out of room because I don't want to make these too claustrophobic. So you will get to see the bottom of upcoming die videos along the top row, which at the moment, of course, has got nothing on it, so you can't see it. Sorry, I'm just in the process of fixing one of the labels, because guess who's put every single label on upside down. So that's why you've only had photos on this section, is because I had to readjust all of them basically. So I'm going to carry on off camera. I'll see you shortly. So there you go, the top row will look something like this. Now the one on top at the moment is the pastel one. I can't remember what video it came from, so I am on a search at the moment to go through all of them to find the pastel one. Oh, but what I've basically done is, okay, so what I've done is I've tried to keep them in order of when they were dyed, so that hopefully I'll be able to remember which video is which when people say, oh, what's that one up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be running this as in a row 1, row 2, and we start from this edge, okay, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now row 1, number 6 has actually got all of the colours from that one video on, but the video orders are slightly mixed up where I've got different weights. Got to think of another way of doing this, haven't I? It's not quite gonna work on video numbers alone. But of course, during a live, if you want to see the colourways a little bit closer, you can just say to me row 1, 7 across from the shelf or whatever, and then I can work out which one it is, pull it, take it down and show you it a little bit closer. So fingers crossed that works, and fingers crossed I will also be able to vlog some of this because I've got no room for no more. And I've got more videos that I need to dye. I've got more ideas. I've got a really cool one, but I've got to wait until I've got room. But at the moment it is a very dubious and very wobbly how I've got that fitted, because it isn't, it's just propped. When hubby came in with the last set of dowling rods, he got ever so excited and tried to stab them straight through the hole, which meant that the entire board dropped down behind the cupboard, and has actually, the weight of it has knocked the plugs, which has meant the socket is not quite on the wall anymore. I did try to fix it earlier, but I'd pulled everything back out of the way so I could lay over the top of the cupboard and re-screw it in, but I couldn't find the right screwdriver. Yeah, couldn't remember if it was a Phillips or the other one. There's two styles over here in the UK, one is crossed and one is straight. One you can use a knife on, and the other one you have to get the screwdriver, and I can't actually see which one it is. I think it might actually, if I remember rightly, it is a knife. So I might go and play with the knife, which means that lot will have to be taken off the cupboard. But it's fine, it's not an issue. As you saw in that little clip of short videos and photographs, I have a little plastic box that I've put at the bottom, just sitting on the bottom of the shelf, which means then it cannot slide backwards. It will only ever slide forward, so it won't slide backwards. And then the dowling rods, the back of them is what is keeping it away from the wall. And then if I go like this, okay, I now have a white pipe that is running from behind one of my solid boxes up there, which is what's holding the top on. So at some point I think my camera angle will change to this, because I quite like it and it's a lot better than showing you all of the boxes like that. But until the top is nice and neat, will we keep it? I don't know, let's see. Will you be able to still see her? Yes. Okay, it's staying like this now, which means I've got a complete row. Bonus! I'm going to dye some more yarn. Bye! Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Yes, it was a little bit crazy, and there's probably going to be some more to come, like the shelving over there and what it now looks like, but I can't be dealing with moving cameras and swapping and doing all of that at the moment because it sure as heck don't look neat over there. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really soon. Please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye everybody. Oh, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Ta-ra!